Hey everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here, Real Estate Blitz. Want to do a quick video today, and this actually came in as a question. I'm surprised. It's a good question. It's a question I think almost every agent has dealt with, and I dealt with it again recently. And I guess I just take for granted sometimes that some people may not have experienced it, so they're not really sure how to deal with it. So the question was, more or less, this agent was asking, they took a listing recently, and the house smells, and they're trying to figure out. They brought up the smell once before, and I guess the homeowner got pretty upset with them, and they don't want to lose the listing, so they're trying to figure out how to deal with the situation. Now, unfortunately, in my opinion, the agent is already in that transaction. He's already dealing with it. And I think that's going to put them in a challenging spot. But I'll try to get to that. For me, from the moment I walk in the house, it's a conversation that has to take place while you're doing the listing appointment. I've done a ton of these. I've done simple all the way to pretty difficult. The one for this agent in particular, I think his is a simple one. It's certain pet odors, not a lot of carpet. It's mostly hardwood floors, but it just, it's smelly. The best way I could put it to you is just like this. If you can smell it, we can't sell it. I got that catchphrase from a buddy of mine, David Serpa, and it's true. If you can smell it, it's so hard to sell a house that smells. From the moment that somebody walks in, even if it's in perfect condition, if it smells, if there's any type of smell, and there's a lot of different types. You got pet odors. You got smoking. I just recently dealt with a home with smoking, and it's pretty damn tough to sell a house like that. So this is how I deal with it. From the very first iteration, from the moment that we sit down for the listing appointment, I'm gonna let them know, hey, so it smells in here, and I need to let you know that if we can smell it, we can't sell it. It just kind of is what it is. The way that we sell homes is if it's priced right and it shows right, we can sell the house. So it has to be priced well, and it has to show well, and then we can sell. So, from there I'm going to wait and listen to see what they say. Some people are going to be offended. I had one client, this was about a year ago. She was offended, and she says, well, I have pets, and what am I supposed to do? And look, I completely understand. And I have pets as well. I love my pets, and they do get stinky on occasion. It happens. They bring odors into the house. However, if you want to sell your house for the most money possible, we have to address the pet smell. There's a couple different ways we can address smells. Carpet cleaning is one, and I'll be honest with you. For me personally, just because I'm at a certain point, if it smells really bad, I'm going to look at certain factors. So if it's carpet. Because where do smells get trapped? Smells get trapped in really porous, soft materials. Carpets, pillows, beds, walls, because it can get caught up in the drywall as well. And, basically what I'm going to say is let's get a carpet cleaner in here and see what could happen after we clean the carpets. When I take that listing, I'm going to put it on an SELM. So I'm basically, I don't know, I can only talk to California. I'm not in other states, but basically we're going to keep the house off the market a designated amount of time, because the homeowner is going to sign saying, I want to keep the house off the market and off the MLS for this amount of time. So we try to get somebody in there to fix it. The challenges that come up with carpet in specific is if it's older carpet. If it's older carpet and it's matted, we're doing a renovate to sell right now. We're renovating a home to get it sold, and the carpet just had to come up. It'd been there for about 40 years, and there was no rebound on it anymore. It was just dead carpet. If you have dead carpet, the odds of you cleaning out odors on that carpet, because you have to understand how carpet is constructed. Not only do you have the carpet on top, but you got the pad and everything underneath. And usually with pets, especially if they've been peeing and crapping all over the carpet, it's just in that pad. It's very, very hard to get rid of that if it's been happening over an extended period of time. I'm renovating a condo right now. Same situation. Like I just told him, I says, look, we have to just take up the carpet. It has to come up. Well, we don't really want to do that, and that's fantastic. But I'm telling you, if you want to sell it for the amount of money that you want to sell it for, if they smell this odor, it's not selling for that price. If you look at the cost to replace the carpet, here's the cost, here's your return. So to me, it's always $1 in, $2 out. When it comes to drywall, you're really going to have to go in, smokers. Smokers just destroy homes. And it's not like it's something that happens right away. You can usually get out, if it's been a year or 2 years, you can usually get the smoke smell out over time. There's a lot of different products. But really, if it's a heavy smoker, what you need to do is just repaint the interior of the house without having to gut drywall and stuff like that, because that gets pretty darn expensive. For one, tell them you need to start smoking outside. For two, we need to come through and paint the house. They're going to go through with a heavy primer. There's certain types of primers that are specific towards smoke, but a good heavy primer will do it anyways, and then actually paint it. So you're kind of painting the house twice. Does it suck? Absolutely. But you have to, what it is, I think real estate agents, they take it almost too personally. They want to take ownership of something that's not their fault. And the last smoker that I did, literally when I walked in for the appointment, he was inside just smoking. And I says, oh, well, this, that. And I says, look, I'm not the one that chose to smoke in my house for 30 years and then wanted to get top dollar for his house when he decided to sell it. You were. In the state of California specifically, like in certain areas, they won't even let you smoke on the sidewalk anymore. So why do you think it's okay to fill your house full of smoke? Well, I don't think it's a big deal. Well, of course you don't. Between you, me, and my four walls here, it's almost like when somebody sits on the toilet and after they've been in there a while, somebody walks in like, oh my gosh, it smells so bad. And they're like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't smell at all. Well, of course, because you've been sitting in this toilet. And that's really what happens when you smoke in a house for that long. It smells like a toilet. I remember that house in particular, like in the driveway, I could smell it. I could smell the house from the driveway before I even walked in the house. So how do I deal with it? Right from the beginning in the listing appointment, I just tell them, your house, it is one of the biggest challenges that I see right now is the smell. And if we can smell it, we can't sell it. So we're really going to have to address the smells that are going on in here. If it's carpet-based or if it's pet-based, let's get some cleaners in here. We'll keep the house off the market until we can see if we adjust it. And until we sell the house, we either need to keep the pets clean or we need to keep them in wooded areas, but we got to keep the pet odor down. The hardest pet odors that I've ran into, or the hardest pet owners, are, and it's funny because my wife, she disagrees with me, but I'll get to that, are cat owners, cats. It's a smell, it's a unique smell, and if you don't deal with the cat smell immediately when they actually use their litter box, it just stinks up a home. And that was my wife saying, well, if they clean it, yeah, but not everybody is obsessive about cleaning out the kitty litter as she is. But you just got to do it. We sold the house right about 2 blocks from our office right here. And the upstairs was pretty great. It was an older home. It was extremely dated, but it was at a great price point, so we knew we could push it. And then I walked downstairs, and she had a collection of cats. She had a collection of cats, not like one cat. It was a collection, and the smell was overwhelming, extremely overwhelming. And that was the first thing I told her. I says, look, man, you have a great house. It's at a fantastic price point. I think with proper marketing, we can get this thing sold in about, in your time frame, which is you want it sold in a week. You only want to give us a week. I can get it sold in a week, but I'm telling you, if this pet smell is here, we can't sell it for the amount of money that you want. It won't sell. If we can smell it, we can't sell it. And the way we addressed it, we went down there, we aired out the whole place, we dropped some Febreze, we cleaned all the carpets, and I told her, I says, you have to be extremely dedicated to cleaning the cat litter box, like even if it's hourly, you have to get this smell out of here, you can't let it come back, otherwise we can't sell the house. So to the agent that hit me up about the smells in the house, all I can tell you is, now that you're in it, because I always preface it right from the listing appointment. Now that you're in it, if your client is going to get offended, and I've had clients that do that, you just need to be honest. Just be honest and say, look, I hear you. Feel how I found. I understand how you feel. Absolutely 100% how you feel. I felt the same way once. When I first started this, I ran into a similar situation, or I knew somebody that had a similar situation, or whatever it is. I watched a video about a guy that talked about this, and I felt the same way. However, what I have found out, it's not about what I think or what you think or how we feel. What it comes down to is if we can smell it, we can't sell it. So that's my 2 cents when it comes to a stinky house. and how I deal with it. I hope it helps out somebody. It's funny. I guess looking back, even when David brought that up, and this was a long time ago, and I've heard it in a few other circles, but then I got a question on it. It's more common than I would assume, so I figured I'd do a quick video on it. Maybe it'll help you out. That's all I got today. Do me a favor. Go check out my YouTube channel. Just type in the Real Estate Blitz and a whole bunch of videos. I think it's like up to 126 videos right now will pop up. And go subscribe. Go subscribe. Check it out. I put up stuff. I'm putting up stuff now daily. I'm probably next week going to start putting up 2 videos per day, just because I want to start breaking it up between real estate stuff and investor-based stuff. So do me a favor, go out there and subscribe to it. I'm going to be doing a lot of interviews, interviewing really mostly systems and products, because I know a lot of us, I'm a little bit ruthless when it comes to certain products and systems. A lot of us have a lot of questions, so I'm going to start reaching out to these people and actually interviewing them to try to learn about their products if I don't already know about them or if I haven't used them. I'm also going to be doing some videos on me actually testing out products, specific products in our business, and to let you know kind of what our returns are. So do me a favor, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wherever you're seeing this, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, do me a favor and like, share, and comment. Share it out. I don't want to have these videos be the secret for 1 or 2 people. I want to get out there because my goal is to help change the industry, and I'll probably be reaching out to a lot of you to help me do that. I want to change the industry, and I think the best way that we can do it as real estate agents or brokers is to actually start helping and educating each other so we can become more professional, and then hold off the individuals that are trying to take over our businesses and hurt our families. That's the way I look at it. I just think it's blunt. So do me a favor and do that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.